101.7 KU.
Now, let's start from 1960 between Israel and the neighboring Arab states. The Israelis had Sinai IDS 8 on this day in 1874. On this day, Robert F. Kennedy shot by a Palestinian. Yep. On this
2.7 KUFM
111 or 0800
by COVID-19 pandemic. Late Madam Mary by 8 children, amongst who are Good morning and welcome to News Dawn 93.7 KUFM Benin City. First, the House of Representatives has voted against a prayer seeking to recommend Council adopted a motion on the rising cases of sexual violence.
Start blocking the ever busy Lagos Road, singing along songs of
castration is now a dependent in the eyes of the IGP of police.
At the age of 85, the governor described late Madam Zamiri as a great Asekome and others are challenging the waiver granted to Ize Yamo.
Then family planning, all those things are still as they used to because of this COVID-19.
Bless you. This is what we say coronavirus.
To embark on research. The lecturers were reacting to statement predecessors, among others. Sanu has threatened to past 4 months 8 members enrolled into IP. The Rivers State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt Matthew to death by hanging for the mother of former Nigerian agitator Soboma George and Donald Seller.
anytime, any day in the absence of Ojo Igalo. If Ojo comes in, Ojo, all he needs to do is to ensure that he gives them that advice, help them to grow and to improve, because Ojo, maybe after 2 or 3 years, 33, at the end of 33, I just call it quit once and for all. So is coming, we also impact a whole lot in those guys. We also look at, we've forgotten just Maja at Bordeaux, where General Troy was former manager. So this guy, there are so many at the moment, and OVA General has also switched allegiance. So he has so many players.
That one is not a striker.
It's a midfielder, yeah. But he has so much to choose from.
So I don't have any problem with the number of strikers that we have. If anything, it makes me happier, because it means that whoever is selected would be worth it. Whoever is selected will know that if in the first 25 minutes I'm unable to score a goal and chances have been created, I could get taken off. So nobody would want to slack when it comes to the national team. As a striker, you would want to ensure that you score goals. I'm always talking about Clemens Westerhoff, because really that was the golden era of Nigerian football. The match against South Africa in Lagos, when the World Cup qualifier, we beat them 4-0. First half, you know what Westerhoff did? We played 4 top 9s. 4 players that on their day can be the top 9 of the team. 4 of them started. Victor Ekpeba was on the pitch. Samson Siasia was on the pitch. Richard Obokiri was there. Rashidi Ekini was there. 4 of them strikers. But Westerhoff used them all at once. In that first half, we got 1 goal. And it looked like, well, it was a case of too many cooks spoiling the broth. So what he did was to take off Richard Obokiri. It was Obokiri that got the goal in the first half, so it was 1-0. He took off Richard Obokiri, and then I think also later he took off Victor Ekpeba. So we're now left with Rashidi Ekini and Samson Siasa. You know what happened in that second half? Samson Siasa got a goal, Rashidi Ekini got 2 goals. We beat them 4-0. So even if you have so many strikers, I believe that you can rotate them. You can find a good coach who will find a way of using them. At one point at Manchester United, we had 4 strikers, 4 very recognized strikers. Andy Cole, Dwight York, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Teddy Sheringham. Was it a problem to them? Absolutely not. In the final of the UEFA Champions League in 1999, what happened? Sir Alex Ferguson took off the 2 main strikers and brought on his reserve What did we get? Goal, and they're feeling bad. So it's
KUFM.
Stay with us on the show this lovely Friday morning. 2009 FM date is now 6th of October. FE President
have his last breath
every time. Make sure that
the ministry grows from where
Tuesday. It's not that anybody just posting back picture now because of their sponsorship or for the 100 million players they're better than you.
All the awards to the white people. So if the black actors and actresses doing great stuff, people, but no cause for alarm. Those do what government. It's just that they are intense and see the attack is going to be very strong.
things of June. Let's go straight to Bass
Come in, but now that he's fit, even his wife at that's
Love, Orlando.
Edo State on Thursday recorded 10 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total infection in the state to 351, while 89 persons have now been discharged from the various treatment facilities located in the state, while 245 persons is the number of active cases, with 17 deaths recorded so far. Meanwhile,
Governor Obaseki was speaking on Thursday when he paid an unscheduled condolence visit to General Charles Ariawe over the death of his mother, late Madam Odre Uzamere, who died at the age of 85. The governor described late Madam Uzamere as a great woman who shared lots of love among people. The governor noted that family has existed before politics and would always get priority. General Ariawe said he was pleasantly surprised to have the governor stop by, describing him as a good-hearted fellow.
I'm here to celebrate her life, to celebrate what she's lived and stood for. She was a very courageous, loving mother. He just showed me something. I can't share it with you. Last text to him about me. I feel quite emotional because, in Benin, we are one big family, and she was one of the matriarchs of the big family we have. Beyond politics and before politics, we are family, and that's what's more important.
The governor has spoken. That is here shows the solidarity within the family beyond politics, and I'm so happy. In fact, this is a very, very big surprise, and I can tell you the governor is a man with a large heart, and God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Edo State High Court sitting in Benin City has adjourned the hearing in the suit challenging Pastor Osage Izeamu as a member of the All Progressives Congress. Justice Emmanuel Ahamioje fixed June 17th for the definite hearing of the suit in a ruling on Thursday in the state capital. Izeamu, who contested the 2016 governorship election in Edo on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, defected to the APC in November 2019. The September 19th governorship poll, Izeamu and Governor Godwin Obaseki are to contest the poll on the platform of the ruling party. However, a member of the APC, Kenneth Asekome, filed a suit on behalf of Male and Pastor Izeamu. The APC primaries for the forthcoming parties involved. Justice Ahmed, they could endanger their health if they refuse to access coronavirus. Executive Secretary of the agency, Dr. Julia Rabo, was speaking on Thursday while addressing reporters on the sideline of social mobilization and demand creation for routine immunization and other private hospitals and other health facilities.
Vaccination, which is different measures, put a lot of measures on ground. Let us not, in the midst of COVID-19, experience stating.
Various primary health
this moment, go out to the health facility, go teach them. Families are still taking place.
The state health, such as yellow fever, inspire.
Reports the onset of COVID-19 of the University of
Enough to this of this. Stop it. Stop this.
In the news, officers of the Nigeria Law Enforcement Agency in Edo State have foiled a criminal cannabis smuggling cartel in the area is behind cannabis consignment. They tested positive for cannabis. The commander therefore warned that the University of Benin chapter has called on the federal government to provide ASU with the fund. Monday Joy Omorege and the secretary Dr. Fabian Chukwugozie members to continue to use their meager salary to embark on research. The election for a cure for corona of the contributions made by the various branches of the union in the efforts to commission. He said the willingness and preparedness of members of the union to conduct also being demonstrated in the production. University of Lagos and Medibello Universities wants to evade tax through integrated payroll and personal information system. The West joins protesters to march around streets of Chicago. FM Benin City National Entertainment started protesters to march around the streets of his native Chicago to embrace saying he fits the description of a burglary suspect. Taylor is a 26-year-old organization to support the fight against injustice. Darcy said he made dividing hot and cold running water to members of the Navajo Nation.
To return to international football with Nigeria's Super Eagles, the needs between 5 billion naira facilities across the country. It means the statement said the stadium would be renovated soon, adding principle to sign the striker 2025. The Blues have offered a 200,000 Liverpool and Manchester United. Yet these plans in the current climate that largest to move in its priority has always been to sign for a Champions League following a transfer ban beneath FIFA in December last year.
Infections hit 351. NAN's call for continuity in Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Virus is real. Wash your hands regularly. Congo Chief of Staff says President is aware of $50 million graft in court. Australian police seek ban on Black Lives Matter rally over coronavirus. Tens of thousands defy ban to attend Tiananmen vigil in Hong Kong. Details of these and more after this break. I am Omoye Ubede. A prominent Democratic Republic of Congo politician accused of embezzling $50 million earmarked for social housing has defended himself in a televised court hearing, claiming nothing was done without the knowledge of President Felix Tshisekedi. The trial of Vital Kamerhe, who remains the president's chief of staff, has gained widespread attention in the country, where high-profile figures are already brought to court. Kamerhe has insisted he was not in office when the at the center of the allegations were signed in April 2018. On Thursday, during proceedings, broadcast live from the prison he had since April, he said he could not take responsibility without the president. He said his businessman, Jamil Samir, got a contract to build 1,500 new prefab homes with the express instruction of the head of state. Kamir and Sami both deny allegations of wrongdoing. The trial was President Tshisekedi, who took office in January 2019 in the first ever peaceful transfer of power in the country, run to root out corruption. Reporters Without Borders, Rwanda is handled confirmed journalist's death or reacted to requests from RSF and SNJC and several human rights. RSF was easy a presenter, was the capital of the English-speaking Southwest region. He was accused of having made minorities crisis in Cameroon's English list was picked up by soldiers. According to RSF, he was never brought before legal procedure. This week's talk seen as the last chance to make progress in stands. Businesses hit by the coronavirus. EU negotiator Michel Brenner accused the UK of backtracking the agreed commitment, and the EU would not sign off the transition period until 31st of December and keeps the UK bound to most EU rules, trade, quotas or other barriers in future. Wales police have applied for a court order to against their own country's disproportionate have urged speakers there, pleading with engine. Officers erected barricades around the city's Victoria Park, but pro-democracy protesters vary from a few hundred to several thousand would be deployed to stop or impromptu commemorations. And that's KFM's news around the world. Do remember, wash your hands.
KUFM. Don't you touch that down. Sugar, don't touch
this. KU92 is now officially an app for your smartphones.
Programs on KU92.7 are now open for sponsorship and advert placements. For sponsorship and advert, please 773644 or your business growth partner.
We give our consent for you to follow us on Excitement.